Thanos. He's the main villain in the third installment of the Avenging Squad. There are some Thanos cosplays floating around the internet at the moment, and most of them are very good. When I see costumes like that, I get two trains of thought. The first is like, wow, amazing, great job, well done. And the second is I feel anxiety at the mere thought of all the time, money, and energy that went into making something that looks that good. So what if you're like me and you want a Thanos mask, but you don't want to spend any of those three things? Well, you came to the right video, boy. I'm gonna mostly use EVA foam scraps that I find lying around my shed left over from other builds. I honestly don't know if I have enough there to make the whole mask, but I can't be bothered going to the shops to get more, which is the exact spirit we're looking for in this one. Let's see how it goes. Hey, what do you think of this? Huh. Oh, cuddle. Oh, okay. Can I have a back? He's got a chin. Okay, so currently I got this thing, which isn't the best looking thing in the world. Didn't have enough to make a proper helmet template, so I just had to kind of like glue bits in holes. At the moment I've spent $0 because I used scrap bits of foam and contact cement that I was finding around my shed. But if you were starting from scratch and you had to buy the stuff to make what I've got now, you could get the foam and the contact cement for probably $10, depending on where in the world you live. What I gotta do now is add some more detail to the face, and I'm gonna use a thinner craft foam to add all the little details on his helmet. Whenever I do a video about how to make something cheaply, there's always people in the comments saying it wasn't cheap enough. Can I just say, if you've only got $1 in your bank account, stop making comic book masks and go buy food. Okay, so the helmet's got a whole bunch of detail on it. I just used craft foam. The craft foam that I use comes in these A4 sheets. So I probably used literally like $1.50 worth. I'll say $2. That brings the total up to $12 so far. Now it's time to work on the face. Thanos' face is pretty messed up, all them lines and whatnot. Do those lines do anything or mean anything? Let me know in the comments. I'm sure you were going to already. What I'm gonna do is use a smaller knife to do a bunch of cuts all over the face, then use the heat gun to open them up and give the face a little bit of character. Let's do it. Hang on, I didn't get the knife. Now I'm gonna seal it. If you weren't worrying about money or the energy it takes to go to the shop and buy this thing, you might use Plastidip or something. I'm instead gonna use leftover wood glue that I found in my shed. So my total is still at $0. You could pick up enough wood glue to coat this for, I don't know, 5? That brings the total to like 17 so far. So what I just did was add another layer of purple, a slightly different shade, just to texture the skin a bit. Now that this is dry, I'm gonna add the heat gun a little too long in certain parts so the paint kind of bubbles and give even more of a skin textury look. This is freaking me out just going back and forth. And with that, my cheap, quick and easy Thanos mask is complete. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm especially happy with the helmet part. The face bit is okay. I haven't had a lot of experience making EVA foam into, you know, biological type shapes. I'm not so happy with the shape of it. I do like how the texturing of the skin worked out though. There are other materials that I would have maybe preferred to use for parts of this build, but every now and then I like setting myself weird restrictions. Like for this one, I basically said, okay, I'm gonna spend no money and just use little bits and pieces I've got lying around. Forces you to kind of be creative and you pick up methods that you might not have ever thought to use before. So anyway, I used about $4 worth of spray paint and crappy acrylic paint at the end there, which brings the total up to about $21. That's only if you're buying everything from scratch though. If you're a maker, you probably got a bunch of this crap lying around anyway. Also, I made this throughout the course of just one day. When I say one day, it wasn't like working sunrise to sunset. I pretty much lived a normal day and every now and then just came out and did a little bit on the mask. At one point I stopped to build a thing that would help my tomato plants grow, which isn't really necessary for the build. If you don't do vegetable related building, you can knock this thing out in like 2 or 3 hours. Anyway, remember to like and subscribe to my channel. Thanos be with you. Can you say Thanos?
I know.